Welcome to Inquiry into Self. So, I'm going to do some videos about my book, An Unprincipled Life, Living from the Unknown. What is an unprincipled life? So, my experience is that there were some absolutes that even though I had recognized that the infinite is everything, there is nothing outside of this infinite creator, creation, benevolence, this wonderful mystery. It's all one. It takes mental effort to start dividing it up. So once I knew that there's no need for that mental effort, that single uprising truly is one, then a new priority had to come. My previous priority had been, particular values. I should be kind. People shouldn't kill each other. Just some simple basic values. I should pay off my debts. I should keep my promises. Simple basic things of what, life seems to call for. I should respect other people. You know, the common things. Having more money is more helpful than having less money. But now I had to say, well, whatever is happening, so something has happened, something has occurred, then it serves the infinite. Everything that happens serves the infinite because all of it has been generated by the infinite. So I had to start unraveling my preferences and investigate what were the preferences of this infinite. So there were two, right? There are two. I am the infinite, an articulated expression of the infinite. And those mental ideas I have, those mental priorities I have, they might have been useful. I can't say, they're never useful, but for certain, they're not true. What is true is reality unfolding every moment. And to have this idea that, if I'm aligned with the infinite, then I will be more gracious or compassionate or whatever it is, honest. We can all have whatever we think is the should be. And when it's not happening, we think, oh, I'm somehow a little bit distant from my true self. We're never distant from our true self. It is what we are. We are always the infinite. So instead of giving authority to those beliefs, I had to flip everything upside down and say, how does this experience serve the infinite? What could the infinite want out of this? What could the infinite want out of this? So everything that happens is the goodness. And then what is the goodness is being shown to me by reality. I had this idea of goodness, but that's a false charade of thoughts. Instead, now I know the reality of goodness because it is what actually happens. So, what are examples? What does that teach me about the infinite when I start prioritizing looking at the infinite's revelation? All that happens is the infinite's revelation. So I prioritize that rather than my beliefs. So as a result, I had to let go of all principles. Like I said, not that they might not be useful, but they aren't true. So, for example, when I make a big mistake and inconvenience a bunch of people, rather than thinking, if I had been more present, if I had been more conscious, if I had been more careful, all of that is prioritizing this idea that I shouldn't have inconvenienced all these people. But now that it has happened, I see, wow, so the infinite thinks that is goodness. Me inconveniencing all these people, the infinite thinks that is goodness. How in the world is there goodness here? And in the end, the thing that came for me is it's an opportunity to receive their graciousness, to receive their support, receive them saying to me, it's okay. We've got you covered. We can accommodate your intrusion or your inconvenience. And I get to receive. Obviously, not the most comfortable position, but the true position. It's the position life put me into. So, recognizing each moment I am the infinite, and this that's happening to me is the goodness of reality, enables me to learn more about what does this goodness prioritize. It doesn't prioritize that I always look good. Sometimes it prioritizes that I get to receive grace from somebody else. Sometimes it prioritizes that I get to discover my attachment to something. I can be really upset that, my car got damaged. It's something that is probably going to require either repairs or it's going to cause, some long-term problems with the car. And I can be frustrated at how did this happen? What went wrong? Was I doing something wrong? Was the other driver doing something wrong? What was there chaos somewhere that inserted an energy into my life at this moment? It wasn't wrong. It was a recognition that, I was attached to my car being a certain way, and the universe had another idea. And it revealed to me that I had a little bit of security attached to this idea that my car would be in a particular condition. Aha. Isn't that kind of the infinite to show me my security has nothing to do with the condition of my car? I could have a car that's totally not running and I don't have the money to fix it. I could have a car that, whatever, is having this huge fume problem, creating a bunch of emissions that I don't like. And until I find the resources or figure out how to fix it, that is what reality wants. So, attaching to my car being in any particular condition is attaching a little piece of security to something that gives no security. And letting go, it's like poking holes in the structure that imagines it knows something. And less is there anything that I know? So why do I make so many videos? I don't know. I don't know. And admitting that in each situation, I don't know how it should be, creates all these holes. And instead of having any particular thing to anchor on, any particular structure to evaluate from, I have what arises as this moment. That is truth arising. That is life arising. That's it. I have nothing else to hold on to. I have the knowing that whatever it is, whether it's me losing my health, losing my money, losing relationships, whatever ends up getting lost or not, it's all okay, because I am not this bunch of preferences. I am that which is experiencing and generating moment by moment. I am not the preferences. I am that which is experiencing and generating moment by moment by moment. And I may take all kinds of forms. I may have people make fun of me. I may have things taken from me. Whatever it is. I may have people look down on me. I may have people do all the things around me that I think are, wrong. Mistreating their animals or whatever it is. I am that which is generating each moment, and I am that which is experiencing each moment. And that which, of course, moves in participation, but that participation definitely flows with greater lubrication when I'm finding the moment a right expression. Even if I see somebody doing something with their animal that I would like them not to do, if I go with them in a critical sort of way, I'm going to immediately create defensiveness on their part. But if I go with them in an understanding sort of way, then I can build some kind of connection, and from that connection, have the respect to be heard, and to say something that's actually relevant. Who knows what they're going through in their life? If I'm saying something that's totally irrelevant because, their 3 kids just died or whatever it is, it's only as I am approving of people that I can be in their lives. So it's approving of this moment that I'm generating and being that which is experiencing it that's unharmed. So there's no principles. No principles, no absolutes. Our idea that how we will be when we're enlightened looks this way or looks that way is what convinces us that somehow we're missing the mark. Missing the mark. Doesn't that sound familiar? There's some religions all about missing the mark. I'm never missing the mark. I'm always the infinite expressing. And I may learn from a situation and choose something different the next time. But in this situation, that lesson was right. My opportunity to apologize is right. My opportunity to receive forgiveness is right. So an unprincipled life is deprioritizing what I thought were absolutes and prioritizing reality as demonstrating to me what is goodness in every moment. And as I recognize the goodness, something in me shifts, and it's definitely lubricating the flow of knowing this infinite that we are. So that's the unprincipled life. And it gets explored more deeply as I go through the rest of my book. And if you find this interesting or helpful, please like, share, and subscribe.